All right, so I'm back at my mother-in-law's house for another episode of teaching my mother-in-law how to trade forex. Okay, so today we're going to go over how you set up a trade plan. So first things first, we're going to go into the Financial Freedom Country Club community resources and download our Notion dashboard, okay? Okay, so click on the Notion dashboard link and you've already got a full Notion template set up where we can make our trade plan. Okay, so now under trading, if you click on trading, yep, perfect, and then trade plan. Now we have a template of how we can structure our trade plan. Okay, so this is the strategy part. This is where we put together our trade plan so we have set-by-set mechanical rules on what we follow when we're entering our trades and exiting our trades, okay? Now, I want to make it very clear. People think that the strategy is going to be the make or break. You're just looking for this holy grail, the golden ticket, and that's going to make you a good trader. It is not. This is going to be a much less significant part than you think. I guarantee I could make a strategy based around moon cycles be profitable. Okay, so the idea with the trade plan is we want to make it as mechanical as possible. Very rule-based, so when we're back-testing our data, we can rely on our data. It builds confidence. We're not guessing. We're not saying, I think I would do this or I think I would do that. We're making it very clear, very precise, and we're executing it with discipline, right?
Yeah.
Now, I also teach a few different styles of strategies depending on you. We're going to work through a plan here that is going to involve you trading the London session open, so our evenings only, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So for the time frame used, we're going to be using the 4 hour and the 5 minute. Perfect. Trading session is London. And the pairs, well, we're going to start with one pair and then we can add more pairs. We're going to go the Great British Pound, USD. Great. First step done. Okay, so for this next area, this is where you're going to put a picture of the setup. This is where it's going to be a picture-perfect setup, so you always know what you're looking for. So you're going to be able to copy and paste that in here. Yeah. And then underneath, we're going to type down our steps.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many. It's really actually not 6, it's more like 3.
Yeah.
But you get the general gist.
Yeah.
So then you'll have your time frames, your session, your pairs, a setup example, and then this is our trade plan checklist. So before you take every trade, you can come on and say, all right, does it meet my trade plan, right?
Yeah.
So this is where we put in our entry criteria. This is where we put in our exit. Do we use a take profit or do we trail our stop? How much are we using for our stop loss, or are we putting our stop loss in certain areas? How much percentage risk are we using?
Yeah.
What's our minimum risk to reward per trade?
Yeah.
And are we doing anything at break even?
Yeah.
So now you can come in and you'll be able to click in here and pick the options based on your trade plan.
Yeah.
Then when it's set and you're actually coming into the markets, you want to tick through all of these to make sure
that I've done all of it. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yep.
So if you're following your trade plan, you're following your rules.
Yeah.
This is why we set out a trade plan. Everything needs to be mechanical, and then we stick to our risk.
Yeah.
We let the probabilities play out.
Yeah.
Perfect?
Yep.
Cool. All right, let's continue.
Thank you.
If you're following along from home and you're not part of our community and you don't have access to this Notion template yet, thank you, the plug, then you're going to want to just make sure you're noting your trade plan down on a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet or even just a handwritten piece of paper. Whatever it is, making sure you're detailing every step of your plan. There should be no room for confusion here. If you can't simply explain your trade plan to me, then it's too confusing and you shouldn't be trading it, okay? Make sure you follow and like. I now have a playlist feature, so all of the videos about Get a Learning to Trade are going to be all in one playlist up the top of my TikToks. And have a great rest of your week.
See ya.